Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. I'm going to try to keep this short. I really enjoyed this. Anthologies are weird to review because there's so much material in them. This one is even weirder to review because there are two stories in here I will not talk about. And that's because of the behavior of the creators. I'm not going to say any more than that. If you really care, there's plenty of Twitter drama. You can go look. I'm sure there's like a million videos about this out there. So we're just going to review some of the stories, the ones that I can't... How did my scissors get back there? Get out of here, scissors. We're just going to review some of the stories. Okay. You have a table of contents. You know your comic book is serious when it has a table of contents, all right? I've never been to Comic House. Anybody know? Is that actually cool? Like, I go to Comic Central to buy indie books. The new streaming comic book app. All released by 50 with creators, tablet, mobile, iOS. Oh, okay. Alternate ads, man. So we have this story, Case Rotten, Virus, Mr. Crypt, Dolls, Book of Righteous Genesis. I'm going to be using... that's got tape on it. I shouldn't use that. Let's use something that doesn't have tape on it. Here's a magazine bag. That'll do. If I can get it out of the stack. There we go. I'm going to use this to cover up some of the pages. Just because I don't want to spoil things too much. So let's talk about the first story. I love this first story. I'm not sure that that's a real person's name. Just Insane. Really? I got a friend. If you've seen me play YouTube games, he's Shame of Langham or Collateral Damage Man. We were doing a RPG together. I was GMing it. He was playing in it, and he had like a vigilante character, Justin Case. So I'm not sure that's not just a pseudonym, but we're gonna flip over here. So what's going on is there are two kids. There's a son and a daughter. They're like maybe 1 or 2 years apart. You know, the age isn't that different. And there's sounds in the wall. There are sounds in the wall. Scratching. There's scratching sounds. The son has made a hole in the wall. And so tonight's the night. He looks. He looks in the hole. And then he goes down in there. He goes down in the hole. The daughter screams, "What's the matter, Liebchen? Augustus has fallen into the wall. I thought I told you children to forget about that noise. Anna, get mine hammer. I've got to break the wall down." "No need to break the wall, Papa. Here I am." I don't know why he's got a completely different accent from anybody else here, but he suddenly does. And now you're looking at the hand, you're thinking, you know, that looks a little weird, but maybe, you know, let's see the style. In places it looks kind of loose. You know, got the action swatches here. So maybe the hand is just like, you know, he's reaching up like this because he's unsteady from bunking his head. Right? Right? You ready? You ready? You ready for this? You ready? You're not ready. You're going to see it anyway. Boom! That sold me on the story. That panel there. And now you're looking at it, right? I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, what on earth? He's got like a root hanging out of his ear. He's got like glowing eyes. What's wrong with his teeth? You know, he's been possessed or something, right? Yeah. She notices something's wrong, but the parents don't. And now you're like, that's weird. Those teeth look kind of like rat teeth, maybe? Okay. You know, it's subtle. There's some weird poking out of his eye socket. What? And then... yeah. Oh. Oh. So now, is the daughter going crazy? Is it really happening? What happens after this? You know, do they live happily ever after? Read it and find out for yourself. This next story is a 2-pager. I'm only going to show you the first page. And it's a real simple setup. It really needed another page or something. Because it's very sudden what happens on the next page. That's why I can't show it to you. So, you know, a guy and a woman. He's wooing her. Another guy comes to woo. He's whistling. He's got flowers. Oh, I didn't know you guys were going to be here. Oh, who's the lucky lady? She's nice. Oh, no one. That is the tiniest font ever. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I think I have a giant magnifying lens. Let me find it real quick. Should be up here in this box. Yeah. This actually came out of the lampstand that I have the phone sitting on. Let's see if we can make that text bigger. Like, which way do we need to go? Does it go this way? Oh boy. I don't know about from your angle, but that's not helping too much. Oh, no one. Yeah, that's what he says. So we have to enhance to find the answer. Yes, I just have random glass circles hanging out in my office. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Here we go. Little Mr. Crypt one-pager. You get to see the whole thing here. I don't think that Troy minds if I show you the whole thing. If you watch this, Troy, and you do mind, or Peter, or Alexander Jovic, if any of you mind from me showing this whole one-pager, let me know. But I just really enjoyed this. I had a very good, sensible chuckle down here. This is totally like a strip out of the newspaper back when newspapers had good comic strips on Sundays. And the little punchline, oh, well, I'm a skeleton after all, so I guess I've got time enough to last. Everybody chuckle. Finally, we come to, like, what's the piece de resistance? This is, like, right in the middle of the book. That's a good place for it. It kind of breaks things up. There's this. There's a little interview with the cover artist. I believe Kelly Williams was the cover artist. Let's see. Does it say? Oh, it doesn't actually say here that I see. Am I just missing it? Oh, an interview with this issue's cover artist. Yeah, so there's a little interview there. It's pretty interesting. You should read it. But then we get to Space Cadets. Where's that at? Texas. Oh, okay. I don't live in Texas. Although I used to live near an Oak Ridge. It was just in Tennessee. The Dolls. All right, so I got to say something negative right off the bat. When I read this, it was broad daylight. It was like 2 in the afternoon or something. And the sun hurt my eyes. I read it inside. I had to press a button on my screen to make it go away, so I'm sorry for the bouncing. It hurt my eyes. There was something about how bright it was and this color scheme and the text. And I had real trouble reading some of this text, like this stuff right here. It still looks pretty hard to read, especially the first names. There's first names right there. Now look, there's kids. I'll just kind of spoil the next couple of panels. So there's kids. They get run over by a car and they die. The mother goes into grief and she thinks she sees dolls moving. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like me. You're thinking, hey, wait a minute, Elizibar. I saw Annabelle. I know how this story goes. There's going to be carnage, right? It's not the story you think it is. I don't want to say anything else, but it's fantastic. The art style is not my favorite, but it really works in the context of this story. And I highly recommend it. This story and that first story, Case Ratton, justify the purchase price of this book. You don't need anything else. And I'm not going to show you anything else out of the whole book. There's a Wicked Righteous one-pager here. I guess I'll show you the first page of that. Just because I like Terry Mayo. He's like one of my favorite comic creators. He is a character. I have a standing offer to buy him like a drink or something, or buy him a meal. I forget exactly if it was just a drink or take him out to dinner or something. But if I ever run into him at a convention, I will have to do that. And it makes you feel bad. This little short story, this 2-pager, makes me feel bad for having read it. Cool. There's one more story in the book, but it's one of the 2 we can't talk about. Oh my god, everything's sliding everywhere. Okay, let's move that over there so it doesn't get in the way. Ultra Pro. I bought some of their bags. Some of their boards. Encapsulated 24-point board never touches your comic. Oh, wow. Sorry. It was a list like this that actually showed me how to find my comic book store. I went to Alterna Comics' website, and I pulled up the list. They have a list of comic book stores that carry them, and I pulled it up, and there was Graham Cracker Comics, and it all went from there. This is the other thing I wanted to show you. buy an alternative book, take a picture of it, tweet it, tag your store, get a chance to win. I forgot to do this, but I did, right before taking this video, take a picture, and I'm going to do it. And I don't really care if I win or not, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be real fun. Yes, sir. It's going to be awesome. Mainly because I want to get more people in comic book stores, which is, of course, the point to doing that. There's all that visibility. Your friends will see it, and maybe some of them will go to the store. That's a crazy cover. Look at all the little, like, fiddly detail and stuff. He's, like, got a stack of comic books here. I'm not sure if he's planning on eating them or reading them, but he's certainly reading this one, which has an X-M on it. I think it's an X-Men book. And he's got to pay $2 for the comics, and he's like, I don't have money. Do you see pockets? And the store owner's like, give me that cash. Love it. Love it. This was a double-sized anthology, $2. This was fantastic. Everything looks good on the newsprint with the exception of that one thing I complained about. Just buy it. 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 Go right now. Buy it. That's my recommendation. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.